Hey, and this is Reggie with A-Team Appliance, and today we are going over a broken belt in your dryer, right? So it sounds cut and dry, right? If somebody comes and says, oh, he's probably got a broken belt, don't stop there. Belts break for a reason. Sometimes it is break, but a lot of times they're so heavy. Dryer belts are very, very heavy duty. They're not just a flimsy piece of rubber or anything like that. These things are still belted, man. They've got steel on the inside. They have sorry, it's not zooming very well, but they have, there you go, kind of. So they have steel on the inside. This is the inside of one that's worn. They have fabric in there, all kind of things that bind it and keep it strong, and and rubber, steel belted like your tires. So they're very, very strong. And so we're in a front load dryer, high efficiency dryer. Usually I do give detailed instruction. I'll take things apart, put them back together. On this one, I'm just in the shop and I'm trying to, get through my day with this recording. Takes time away, but so this is just cutting to the chase about the symptom and repair, right? So let's look at it. So this is the Frigidaire dryer, and basically I always take them all apart. I mean, sometimes you can access them through the vent and all that, but that's just hard. So take everything apart, and looked in there. When I first looked in it, I saw the belt was off and broken. But then I seen this guy, which is your belt pulley, right? So this thing is supposed to be on here like that, and the belt goes on there. It's a belt tensioner. It gives a tension around the drum. And look how dry that is, almost rusted. And this is the pulley itself. Look at that. And so this is not how it's supposed to look, right? So it's supposed to look like this. Yeah, big difference. And that one has a bit of an upgrade. So basically what happened was this belt ate through. So at the factory, a lot of times they either use a poor lubricant or they don't lube it at all. There is a kind of a dispute amongst techs if the lube or not to lube. They said it should naturally slide. I think that's true with brushed nickel, but these are not brushed nickel, so I don't know. I always use motor oil when I do lube anything that's metal on metal. So anyway, you have to, if you look and see, as it spun around the pulley here, heated up, friction got worse and worse, seized up, and once it seized up, the belt kept moving, right? Because the motor pulls everything. So the motor kept working, and that belt, and this shows you how the tenacity of belts. The belt ate through this thing all the way down to the metal, as you can see. All the way down to the metal before it snapped. So if your belt does break a little earlier, it might not grind all the way down here, but when you see a groove worked in there, that means this thing is probably seizing up, releasing, creating resistance. So you want to change these pulleys. These are pretty expensive, $10 on Amazon. If you have a tech do this is probably anywhere from $150 to $220 repair. Yes, it's a $10 part, but it requires expertise. It requires taking your machine apart. While you're in there too, you do clean it. I mean, you don't just leave it like it is. You want to do some preventive maintenance as a tech so you won't get callbacks, right? And you also use upgraded parts. So you got to put a new belt on, and you got to put this pulley on, and this one has actual bearings in it. So this is one I got off Amazon. I don't have a recommendation for it yet because these bearings pop out, so I actually have to apply adhesive to keep them in. I use a high heat adhesive, and it does require some skill to do it because you put it on the wrong part, it can mess up the part. So that's why I'm not recommending this one yet. But as a technician, we know what to do. And this one has bearings in it compared to this one that does not have bearings. So that's kind of a note from Samsung. Samsung dryers have upgraded pulleys with bearings. So I guess I was lucky to find that one. Whirlpool hasn't stepped up yet as of this date of this video, but so yeah, that's what it is, man. So it's very easy to put back together, and I do use motor oil because motor oil is built for high heat, and this doesn't nearly get hot as a car engine, not even close, but it's built for high heat, and motor oil bonds to metal, so it's a perfect lubricant. I stay away from grease. I've used grease before and then learned the hard way that it's not good to use. Lint sticks to it. holds moisture, a lot of stuff dries up, a lot of your parts will seize up, and it's not good to use. So I'm going to vacuum old girl out here. I'm going to test the fuses, make sure we're all good while I got it apart. You know, didn't have a heat issue or anything, but that's what you want to do. And I'm going to lube all these up while I have it apart. That way my customer has a good product. So this is one that I'm flipping for resale. And we're going to get it done, man. So if you guys have any questions whatsoever, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. We give a lot of advice on how to repair your dryer. If this is just a one-off and you're looking for some advice on how to repair your dryer, subscribe, because I give a lot of advice on maintaining and a lot of helpful advice on your dryer. And if you're at a point where you need some extra income, this is a great business to flip. Appliances is a great business for extra income if you're just looking to do repair work. It's kind of recession proof, man. It does have its ups and downs, but in this country anyway, people have to have washers and dryers, and they have to have them fixed, right? Because they're very expensive to replace. So yeah, so questions, leave in the comment section. I'm usually pretty quick on answering questions. If I can't get to your question, there are a lot of seasoned pros on my channel that will also help answer your questions. Also, our sponsors are in the description, so don't forget to click the link for Earth Breeze. Oh, this is my light. Earth Breeze laundry detergent sheets, not dryer sheets, laundry detergent sheets. Better for your dryer, better for the environment, better for your money. The cost per load is substantially less than using liquid, than using powder. And they're actually sheets you put in your washer, and less bacteria, and they work just as good as anything else out there. So look in the description for a link on that. It's called Earth Breeze laundry detergent sheets. And this is Reggie with A-Team Appliance. I'll see you next video. Don't forget, like and subscribe. And this is Reggie with A-Team Appliance.